Now it's time for some New York Mets baseball talk. Here's Gary Mack bringing you the latest news and analysis from Mets Nation and the world of baseball on another edition of Mets Musings.
And hello and welcome to episode number 175 of Mets Musings. Lots of stuff going on, lots of news, Mets news. Wouldn't think so here as we are definitely into the offseason with the World Series over and everything else going on, but there is a ton of news, and the first big breaking news is that Juan Lagares won the Rollings Gold Glove for National League center fielders. The company announced this just the other night, and congratulations to Juan Lagares. He certainly deserved it. Some people considering him as the best center fielder in the game right now. And Lagares said he was so excited and very happy. It's a special honor. It's a special moment for me in my young career. So Lagares, very proud to win the award, and especially so early in his career. But he's got to keep working, and he knows that. He's got to stay on this level, keep working hard, and continue to improve out there, though I don't know how much better he can get, but he's got to get that offense going in order to keep playing the defense. Now, 75% of the vote for the Gold Glove winner comes from managers and coaches, with 25% decided by advanced statistics. Lagares saved 28 runs with his fielding this past season, second most of all players in baseball. This is his first Gold Glove, hopefully one of many. He is the first Mets outfielder to win a Gold Glove since Carlos Beltran in 2008 and Tommy Agee in 1970, and is the 10th Met to win the Golden Glove Award. So again, congratulations to Juan Lagares. He certainly deserved it. He's really a unbelievable talent. And notice one thing, that the Mets have picked up some of these guys, their home farm teams, but they've found some diamonds in the rough that weren't these top prospects. And look what's happened with Lagares. Look at Jacob deGrom. He's in line to win the Rookie of the Year. I mean, good prospects, but weren't highly touted like some others. And here Lagares takes the rookie, the Rollings Gold Glove, and hopefully deGrom will get the Rookie of the Year award. So congratulations once again to Juan Lagares, and hopefully we're sitting here next week saying congratulations to Jacob deGrom. The Mets have made an off-season move. Yes, they have. Try to calm down, folks. Catcher Johnny Manelli has signed with the Mets. He tweeted on Wednesday, the addition likely is a minor league deal with a spring training invite. A team official said the contract is not yet official. Manelli, 28, is a product of Christopher Columbus High School in the Bronx. He went 1 for 8 with an RBI and 3 strikeouts in 8 games in 2013 with the San Francisco Giants in his lone major league duty. He split this past season between the Baltimore Orioles and the Los Angeles Dodgers organizations, hitting a combined .238 with 4 homers and 24 RBIs in 206 bats at AAA. So the first big move for the Mets this year is to sign a minor league catcher, Johnny Manelli, or Johnny Manel. So, don't get too excited, sports fans. I don't think it's a reason to go out and renew your season tickets right away, but at least they did something, so they're spending some money. The Mets outrighted 4 players to AAA Las Vegas this week and reinstated Bobby Parnell and Matt Harvey from the 60-day disabled list. A left-handed Scott Rice and Dana Evelyn, righty Barty Carlisle, and infielder Josh Satin were all sent to AAA Las Vegas. Andrew Brown and Juan Centino were also both claimed by other teams. So bye-bye to Andrew Brown and Juan Centino. They were claimed by teams, and the lefties, Rice and Evelyn, Buddy Carlisle, and Josh Satin were all sent to AAA Las Vegas. Buddy Carlisle did a nice job, as did Dana Evelyn. Scott Rice got hurt early in the year, was a non-factor. Josh Satin was a big question mark after a big year in 2013. Couldn't repeat the same kind of success coming off the bench. But Soup Campbell kind of was the 2014 buddy. Josh Satin, as he did what Josh Satin did the year before. So a shame, but he never could get untracked, Josh Satin, and he's been outrighted to Vegas and taken off of the 40-man roster. And that's all to make room for Parnell and Harvey and any new players that they may be bringing up or maybe getting via the trade route. Let's see what else is in the news here. Lucas Duda will participate in the MLB All-Star Tour of Japan, the team announced. It's an honor for me to be part of this team, Duda said in a release. I hear the stadiums will be packed, as they always are for these sort of things, and the atmosphere will be off the charts. It should be a great experience. The team, which begins play on November 11th, will play 5 games against Koshin, Osaka, Tokyo, Sapporo, and Okinawa. Bryce Harper, Jose Altuve, and Justin Morneau may also participate. The current 5-game format was first played in 2006, which was the last time the MLB All-Stars faced off against the Japanese All-Stars. MLB's 2000 roster, 6 roster, which included Jose Reyes and David Wright, went 5-0 in the All-Star Series. So this group is going to have some history that they're going to have to contend with there and come in with the same kind of energy and go 5-0 in this Japan tour. All right, we're about 8-9 minutes in. Hey, I hope everybody, if you're watching live on MetsMusings.com/watch live, I hope you're enjoying it, and hope you're checking out the road cap for the Brooklyn Cyclones as we're going with that, rocking that tonight here on Mets Musings. So let's take a break at this point and come right back after these messages.
Hi, this is the world-famous Mr. Brewtown of BrewtownSports.podomatic.com. You know, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Brewtown Sports. You can also listen to the show at Stitcher.com, TuneIn.com, and iTunes.com. And we've got the new one. It's called BrewtownRadio.weebly.com, but the one that I'm most proud of being on is BaseballPodcast.net. It is the home of great baseball talk shows. Check it out, my show, and all kinds of other programs all about Major League Baseball. So check it out. That's BaseballPodcast.net, the home for great baseball talk shows.
Hi, this is Paul, and this is Eric from the Talk to Contact podcast, a Minnesota Twins baseball podcast. You're listening to the best of baseball podcasts on baseballpodcast.net.
Mets Musings is an unofficial, independent podcast covering New York's National League Baseball team. It is not affiliated in any way with Major League Baseball or the New York Mets. 516-619-6341. That's the voicemail comment hotline. If you would like to be a part of the show, give us a call and leave a voicemail there, and we'll get it on the next Mets Musings show. Or if you prefer, you can also do a voicemail through the website. MetsMusings.com is a big big banner there in the middle. It tells you how to do it. Also, do it right on the website. Or send us an email at MetsMusings@gmail.com. So lots of ways to be a part of the show. And don't forget to check our Twitter out at MetsMusings1. And the Facebook page is MetsMusings, the group page. So go there and check it out. And yes, there's a store with the holidays coming. Zazzle.com/MetsMusings. There's a few MetsMusings items there. If I have the time, I might update with a few more ones with the holidays coming. But check it out. Zazzle.com/MetsMusings. All right. And Jeff Wilpon and the Mets responded to the discrimination lawsuit brought against them by the former senior vice president of marketing and ticket sales. Wilpon at all times treated plaintiff fairly and without regard to her gender, marital status, pregnancy, or leave, court filing said. She was not discriminated against in the terms and conditions of her employment. The termination of her employment was based on legitimate business reasons, having nothing whatsoever to do with her gender, marital status, pregnancy, or leave. Lee Castigan claimed she was fired by the Mets in August because of the team's ownership objected her becoming pregnant out of wedlock. Castigan, who previously worked for the Philadelphia 76ers, the Orlando Magic, and the Boston Bruins, is suing ownership and the team for damages. The Mets issued a statement regarding the lawsuit on September 10th, which read, "We have received and reviewed the complaint. The claims are without merit. Our organization maintains strong policies against any and all forms of discriminations. The two sides are scheduled to meet in early November." And as of the 6th, as we record this, nothing on this as of yet, except for this statement that came out by the Mets. We've been over this before. If he said these things, Jeff Wilpon, he should be terminated. He should be let go. Freddie, get him out. Get him out of the Mets. Get him out of the Cyclones. He's a cancer. People don't like this guy. Get a baseball guy in there. Let Sandy Alderson do his thing without Jeff Wilpon, who knows nothing. Let him go, baby. Get him out of there, Fred, because he's not helping. And I believe he did say these things. And I believe he's nothing but trouble for this organization. And if you're not going to sell and clean house, then at least clean house with Jeffy. Give him, let him run Sterling Equities. Get him the hell out of baseball. We don't want him there. The people don't want him. The fans don't want him. And apparently, a lot of people in the organization don't want him, but they're not going to testify against him. How are they going to testify against him when he signs their checks? They'll be the next ones going like Lee Castigan. You see, the problem I have with this whole case, and we've been over this before, but how did she get promotions? How did she get bonuses? And then 1 year later or 2 years later, she's a bum and she's no good after she gets pregnant and they're getting rid of her? Yes, it's possible that her job performance slipped a little bit. But don't you think that part of the reason that they didn't sell as many tickets as they thought they were was because the team wasn't that good and people are disgusted with the Wilpons and they want them to leave? They want them to sell. They want them to go. Don't you think that could have something to do with it? So all of a sudden, she goes from working with these big teams, comes to the Mets, gets promoted to a vice president, gets performance bonuses, gets, I think, another promotion, and then all of a sudden she's no good and they're letting her go. Something smells fishy, and when it smells fishy and Jeff Wilpon's around, those two things don't go together so well. So, folks, I think it's time, and I've said this before. If you're not going to sell Fred, then I think he's got to go. I think he's a problem. But like Fred Wilpon's going to listen to me and thousands of other Met fans. But we'll have to see how this plays out. All right, free agent Daisuke Matsuzaka reportedly has a multi-year offer from a Japanese team, according to the Mike Vorkanoff of the New Jersey Advanced Media. Matsuzaka, 34, posted a 3.89 ERA and a 1.34 whip over 83 and one-third innings for the Mets last year. In 2 seasons with the team, Matsuzaka posted a 4.06 ERA in the majors over 41 appearances, and in that 41 appearances was 16 starts. He signed a minor league deal with the Mets in 2013 and re-signed for $1.5 million for 2014. The team in Japan is offering $3.5 million per season, according to reports. Daisuke is the only free agent from the 2014 Mets team, as the other one, Bobby Abreu, announced his retirement from baseball during the season. Actually, looking at this with the Daisuke getting $1.5 million, that was a pretty good signing by Sandy Alderson. And folks, you have to give him credit when credit's due. Yeah, you got to. It's the only fair thing to do. If you're going to criticize when it's bad, such as Chris Young, and God only knows how we criticized him here for the Chris Young deal. But you got to give him credit that Daisuke was a decent enough pickup, and for $1.5 million, we say that like it's $100,000 now, or it's like $20. For $1.5 million, he was a nice pickup, and it really got to give Sandy some credit there. And so what he loses with Chris Young, he picks up for his signing of Daisuke Matsuzaka. But it's you got to be fair. You can't have it both ways. And look, if the Wilpons let him spend some money, and they pick up a nice free agent or make a big trade or something, you got to give the Wilpons credit too, as well as Sandy Alderson, if it all pans out. So let's not be bashing everybody all of the time without giving him some credit. It was announced yesterday that announcer Josh Lewin will be returning to call Mets games on WOR Radio in 2015. Lewin, whose contract expired after the season, has been calling Mets games since 2002. He will share play-by-play duties with Howie Rose, of course, the radio voice of the Mets, and Seth Everett, who joined the station last season as a pregame and postgame host, will not be returning. So we're going to get a new pregame and postgame host, as I guess they didn't like the job that Seth Everett was doing. Don't know if he was energetic enough, or I don't know what the word is, but it was just something seemed a little lacking with him. So we wish him good luck as he goes on, but he will not be back with the New York Mets. But Josh Lewin will be with Howie Rose. And finally tonight, well, not quite finally, also yesterday, the New York Mets revealed some slight alterations for their 2015 uniforms on Wednesday. The team is getting rid of the home white jersey without pinstripes that it's used since 2012, replacing it with a white jersey with blue pinstripes. Okay. But they've always had that. I guess the cream-colored jerseys are gone, and the snow white jerseys apparently are going to be gone. According to this chart that we have, if you're watching the video on YouTube or on MetsMusings.com, watch live, You can see some of the changes there. The Mets are also adding an alternate road cap that has a gray interlocked New York pattern outlined in orange, and we'll have new batting practice caps that are blue with an orange front panel that features a logo of Mr. Met, the team's longtime mascot. The team will keep its alternate digital camouflage jerseys and caps for next season. Okay, the new alternate road cap looks pretty sharp. Still not sold on the Mr. Met batting practice cap with the orange panel. It's similar to the one that was worn at the All-Star game or in the All-Star warm-ups or whatever they call it there. Except with the NY Mr. Mets there. You remember last year was a blue cap with Mr. Met on it and an orange brim, and they were pretty sharp looking. This year, it's going to be an orange panel in the front on a blue cap with the Mr. Met logo. The digital, I could camouflage jerseys and hats I could do without. Sorry to say. Please don't think I'm un-American, but I don't know. I think they could have done something else other than the camouflage. It just doesn't work for me. Not a fan of the camouflage. As I said, the new road cap looks pretty sharp. You know that the blue jerseys that they wear on the road has a very similar. The New York is in a silver or a gray. And now the cap is going to have that. And, you know, the one thing they should do is if they're going to have these alternate jerseys, then match the cap with the jersey. So when you wear that jersey, you wear that cap. If you're wearing a road gray, then you wear the regular blue cap. Same thing at home. When you wear the pinstripes, you wear the regular blue cap. When you wear the blue alternate jersey at home, wear the alternate hat with the orange brim. It makes life simpler. And of course, the other hats and stuff, and I mean, they wear the camouflage hats with the camouflage jersey, so why not make it completely the same for everything else? Even though I'm sorry, it's not a look that I like. The camouflage just doesn't send me at all. Some people like it. I don't care for it. So if you like it, I apologize, but it's not a look that I'm too crazy about. All right, we're getting near the end of the show. But before we go, I want to wish a very happy belated birthday to our good friend Mike in San Francisco, a.k.a. the Grubby Glove. I think, Mike, what is it now, 29 or 30? Happy birthday, my good friend. And as I said on Facebook, here's to many, many, many more. So you can listen to a whole ton more of MetsMusings episodes. And that's going to wrap it up for this week. Quickie show, but we'll be back next week with another quick show. So until then, keep the faith, stay optimistic, and let's go Mets.